Welcome to the Clarke Show. It's a show where we take things a little more seriously than your average podcast. You know, I know you guys might be used to that comedy stuff, but that ain't us. We're here to take on the heavier subjects. You know, the stuff that makes you feel bad, makes you want to turn the fucking podcast off. You know, I got a lot of people coming up to me saying, Clarke, I don't understand you. You know, what's your bit? You know, are you being serious? Are you joking? I don't understand your bit. So I'm done with the facade. This is Clarke at his most sincere and his most genuine and Clarke Show. All right. Welcome to the Clarke Show. I'm Clarke, your host. With me, I've got a bunch of guests. We got Chad Virginson and Fargen Von Witbier. I'm not going to name them all. It's stupid to name them all. But we're here to talk about today another topic that's very important to me, and that is art. Now, art means a lot of things to a lot of different people, and you know, there's been this big debate, you know, among the academics and the artists and the intelligentsia. What is art? How do you define it? Does it have any value? What does it mean? And these are the things that we're going to get to the bottom of today, because we got some very smart people here.
Thank you.
Right now,
yes,
I'm going to
smart.
unmute Chad Virginson, and I'm going to ask you a question. So, Chad Virginson.
Yeah, any question you want.
All right. So, are you an artist? Do you make any kind of art?
I paint sometimes, and I make videos sometimes, and that's
okay. So, what is your definition?
I'm an
of
auteur.
How do you define art?
I don't know. I kind of hate the word art.
Why?
I don't know. It just fucking irritates me. Everybody that says, "Oh, I'm an artist," just fucking irritates me.
Is it the pretension of it?
Yeah, it is. It's technically, I get that I fall into that group, but I don't want to. It's annoying. It's the pretentious everybody.
Prefer to call yourself a painter then, or something like that.
I just don't do the labels. I just paint sometimes. I guess I fall under these categories. I realize that I'm not retarded, but
Are you like a grunge band that don't want to be a grunge band?
Yeah,
I don't want to be called
much
a grunge band. Please don't call me a grunge band,
Right.
despite my flannel.
So, art. Have you ever been paid to make art?
No, I just do it for fun.
Would you get paid to do your art? Like, would you like to make it like a professional thing?
If I could, that'd be cool, but I don't see that coming.
Why not? Is it something that's important to you?
No, I'm just not particularly good at it, and I just like doing my own shit.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chad Virginson. I got a lot of questions. We're gonna now unmute Adam Green, who is not muted. Adam Green, are you here?
Hey guys, it's me, Adam Green.
Adam Green, do you make any art?
No.
What does art mean to you?
I don't know. I mean, I've always heard that art is anything that evokes a emotional response from someone, right?
What form of art evokes the most of an emotional response from you?
Probably music.
Music. Would you say music is, I don't know, the highest form of art? Or just
I don't
your
think so.
favorite?
I mean, it's all subjective, right? I mean, something that makes me feel a certain way, someone else could feel absolutely nothing at all from it.
Okay. That's a good answer. We're gonna unmute Fargen Von Witbier. Fargen, you here?
Yes.
All right. Are you an artist? You into the arts?
Kinda.
What kind of art do you like?
Music. I think is probably the best form of art.
Is that it? What about architecture? How do you feel about architecture?
Architecture. Well, I'm fascinated with mechanical engineering. I guess that's some form of art, is it not?
I'd maybe consider that art.
Only because the way I when I see art, it's an idea that's realized, just like blueprints. You know what I mean? You think it's something, so you're inspired by something, and you get an image in your head, and you channel it somehow, and it's an idea that becomes reality. You know what I mean?
Well, where's room for artistic expression in like a car?
Well, design. You know what I mean? When you're designing a car.
Thank you, Fargen Von Witbier. We're now going to unmute Flaherbear. Flaherbear,
Yeah,
you an artist? How do you feel about art?
I mean, you know, art's everywhere, really. Do I create art?
Yeah.
Not really. Does that
Why
mean
not?
that I'm not capable or don't want to? I don't know. Like, it's like a podcast art? I certainly don't think so. Well, I mean, if it's a created, like, if you're doing like a, you know, like it's it's scripted or like it's a create. Just talking like a conversation is not really, it's just fucking doing something very normal and recording it.
So this podcast is not art.
I mean, you had a little art with the first one with that intro. I think
Very
I like that.
avant-garde. Yeah. Well, I put a lot of self-expression. I put my soul, a lot of myself into that. So I'd say it was art.
The more you get the show into a format, the more it'll become like an art.
I mean, it's a creative endeavor. I think most people would say that, but and I just want to say also that I think everyone talking at once is what was working better last time, but that's just my 2 cents.
We're gonna trim the fat. All right. I'm a fucking A+ editor.
Who called me an idiot?
No one.
Let's get some cross banter on that.
Did somebody say talking over other people?
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, it's your special skill.
Oh my God.
What have you done?
Let's just go. End of questioning and straight into the riffs now. We're done with the questions.
I was just trying to make an educational podcast. I'm sorry it wasn't comedic enough for you.
So
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I like visual art, I guess.
All right. What about
this jackass off?
Come again?
It's like cut
Who's
this
the person
jackass
talking
off.
shit? Oh, that's Sir No Pants.
Sir No Pants?
You were in the last one. You're cool, man. You don't need to fuck around.
Yeah, I'm
Sir
good,
No
bro.
Pants, do you like architecture?
What about architecture?
Do you like it? You appreciate it? You think it's art?
Where's this coming from, Cameron? Did an architect slight you?
I love architecture. Okay.
What kind of architecture?
I like architecture.
I like looking at cool looking buildings. You ever?
Brutalism.
What's
to a
your
city and
what's
look
your
at all the buildings?
favorite school of architecture?
Brutalist.
The domism. The
The
ones-
school
Dude, are you
of wheelchair
fucking
ramp.
gatekeeping architecture?
Yeah. Every time I try to make these serious intellectual podcasts, everybody starts gatekeeping. We're trying to make these topics open to everybody.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about art.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's architecture, just because it's like a couple of letters off.
Architecture, I mean, in my opinion, is art.
Of
It
course.
can be, but that's not what the goal was.
I mean, you ever seen like a really cool building and think, shit, that's a cool ass building? You ever think that?
Yeah.
Like, we could have got away with everything being a box.
I have a favorite architect, Cameron Clarke. Who's your favorite architect?
My favorite architect is whoever designed the Hobbit holes in Lord of the Rings.
Peter
You're
Jackson.
wrong. The correct answer is Art Van de Wee.
Oh,
He's the
There we
best
go.
architect.
TV reference. Got it in.
Crippled Jesus. Are you an artist? Do you make any kind of art?
I would argue that the ramps in my house is architecture, my wheelchair ramps. So
Did
I
you
am
create
somewhat
those?
of an architect.
So you got cool ramps. Did you design them yourself?
Do you have a half pipe?
No, no.
Do they have flames going up the side of them?
We paid a guy to design it, but I would like to argue that I was the inspiration for the ramps.
Yeah, but what about the flames going up the side of them? Or sparklers, or none of that? Not even like incense sticks?
All right, guys. Let's get to the questions here. We got a lot of questions to get to.
Yeah, I wasn't even asked all my questions.
All right.
I have an opinion about art.
What's your opinion, moediggity?
All right, so check this out. I forgot who was first that was talking about cars being artistic and all that stuff.
Fargen
I
Von
believe-
Witbier.
Oh, okay, Fargen Von. Yeah, I do believe that vehicles can be artistic and you can express yourself. Like, for example, in your general here, I posted my buddy William T. Burgess stuff. He's an old dude and into old school art car stuff, right? And his claim to fame is this one in particular. I forgot what it's fucking called, the Phantom. Yeah, he made this car called the Phantoms for Burning Man and shit, and it ended up just blowing up. So yeah, I do believe cars can be art. I also believe that like muscle cars and all the like those kind of cars, I believe that can be art. Like El Camino. I guess it just depends on your opinion of what you think a beautiful car is, but I do believe that the design can be very artistic. Now, when it comes to architecture, right? I'm a really huge fan of bridge design because they just look. It's like a wonderful expression of our can-do attitude as like a people, right? And
You also get to think about all the people who died building that bridge, all the people encased in cement.
Well,
That's also
like,
how I think when I'm thinking about the old ships like Titanic, Lusitania, Britannic, Olympic, all those old ships. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, maybe if the bridge was, maybe if the company was mafia owned, but or maybe if it was just terribly ran. But yeah, I think it's like sort of a monument to our success. Bridges. At least that's what I.
How do you feel about trains?
Oh, well,
Well, how do I feel about trans people?
Well,
Yeah.
trains are cool. I
Yeah,
guess.
let's
but
talk
I'm
about
not-
trans
I'm not-
people.
Only
I
autistic
don't wanna
people
talk
like
about
trains.
trans people.
Fuck trains.
Well, I thought you just said you
I-
want to talk about trans people.
Got a bunch of train haters in here.
No,
Yeah, what's a
I
trans
like
hater? Are you a trans hater? Do you hate trans people?
No, I don't.
No, I hate trains.
Well, then why did you just say that you don't want to talk
Locomotives.
about trans people?
Trains.
Oh, that's how convenient.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I had to say.
How
about
do
art.
you feel about walls, Cameron Clarke?
Oh, I love walls. I mean, not the racist ones, but
Not the racist
Well,
one.
the Great
What's
Wall,
your
the Great
favorite
Wall of
wall?
China can be linked to architecture and walls.
the Great Wall of China is a little racist.
Yikes!
Do
Racist
they want-
against Mongolians.
Yeah. What did the Mongolians ever do?
Raped and pillaged?
You could say the same. Some people would say the
Uh.
same. I wouldn't say the same about Mexicans in America. Because I love Mexicans. I
That's
love
why we
Mexican
need a
people.
wall.
But some people would say that.
No, there's only one kind of Mexican that you can make fun of, and those are the Oaxacans. The Oaxacans are supposed to be the dumbest.
What are the Oaxacans?
It's something that you learn when you work in a restaurant full of Mexicans. The Oaxacans it's like Oaxaca, Mexico.
I
And they're
love
supposed to be,
Mexicans.
like,
I
too
eat Taco
dumb to
Bell
read and-
once a year. I love Mexicans.
Once a
I'm
year.
actually on a once a year Taco Bell kick myself. I just go like this one weekend. I just always end up going to the Taco Bell, and that's the only time.
What do you get?
I fuck with the Crunch Wrap. Like that shit's good.
The Supreme or the regular one?
Oh, is there a regular one? I thought the Supreme was the original. They've made a
No.
couple new versions of it, but I just I keep it classic.
Classic, yeah.
Crunch Wrap.
Respect that.
I've never walked away from a Taco Bell satisfied and not wanting to die a little bit.
Would you guys consider Taco Bell to be art? Can food be art? There we go.
Oh yeah.
They got nacho French fries. That's a fusion of two cultures, and it's a beautiful thing to see the taco flavored French fries.
Well, I guess it does invoke an emotion of suicide out of me, so I guess it is art.
No,
Food can definitely be art. My girlfriend's cheesecake is proof of that.
Spicy nuggets are absolutely art.
Well, Wendy's is art. Like, let's not even.
I'd say that
Nah.
a lot of creativity went into the double down. Like who would have ever thought about making a sandwich with chicken as
Oh,
the
I
bun?
had a double down like the day it came out because it was right by my college, and that shit fucking sucked. It
Yeah.
was terrible. It was
But if
awful.
they made a spicy chicken double down, then that might be good.
I never had it after that because I wasn't in college anymore because it dropped out. And that shit fucking sucked when that first came out because it was like just so greasy. Like I put like around 5 or 6 rolls of like the double stuffed towel, paper towels. It soaked right through, and it just tried to eat a bite, and then and then I unraveled it like a shitty Christmas present onto the floor and let my dog eat it.
Yeah, they
Wow.
call that double down syndrome. Pretty bad.
Cameron, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question?
Which fast food menu item that you can recall do you think is the most artistic fast food restaurant item?
Well, I just named the double down, but
You think the double down? I thought that was a joke, man. Are you kidding me?
what the fuck are you talking about? What's wrong with the double down?
Best tasting or most artistic?
No. I'm talking aesthetics. I'm talking just creative design.
The double down.
Those things that fucking Burger King made, and it was a Cheeto that had mac and cheese inside of it. It was
Oh my god.
Yeah.
fucking
no, those are
genius. I never fucking had one, but it's
No, I ate one because my boss went through a Burger King. He's like, all right, I'm buying you lunch. What do you want? I'll get in these fucking baked Cheetos. And he gives me one. And he's like, he takes a bite out. He's like, whoa, like he's, sucking on a cock. And then I bite one. And it's just like this gummy, shitty,
Oh, yeah.
like plasticky breadcrumb taste.
Totally
that
dry.
Just coats my mouth. Yeah, totally dry. And like you're like choking and you need like a sip of your Coke.
Yeah.
It's
What the
fucking
fuck is
awful.
wrong with people?
And even like the Wendy's spicy nuggets, I don't know what that's about because I've had them before and they're not that good.
Come on, they're fine.
They're amazing.
They're fine as far as the fact that you can't really find spicy chicken nuggets at a fast food restaurant, but they're not good in the sense of a spicy chicken nugget.
Well, that's correct.
Right.
They just have a good Twitter campaign. That's it.
I would prefer it if McDonald's made it because I think they would do better at it.
Their nuggets are disgusting.
What?
The McDonald's ones are the worst. Of all time.
No, you're
Besides maybe
100% incorrect. McDonald's nuggets are the best.
McNuggets. Yeah, I gotta go with Crippled Jesus on this.
Yes,
McNuggets.
I guess I haven't had one in like 15 years. So.
Oh, they're
You
good.
gotta
They're
go
good.
get one.
Dude,
They're good.
They're fucking amazing, dude.
They
Yeah,
used to
I'm gonna
be
stop by
better
McDonald's and get
in,
some.
like 1995 or 1996 when they used to cook them in like beef tallow. And now they cook them in like some trans fat oil or whatever.
Tell you what, if I find out I only have like a week to live, I'll go to McDonald's and get some and try them
Just
out.
go. They're like $1 for a couple.
20 of them. You can get 20
Yeah.
of them for like $2.
You can get like 100 for like $20. They're
They're
cheap
awesome.
as
That's a
fuck.
good way to spend a Sunday.
That's how you know it. That's
Yeah.
something you need to be putting in your body when you can get that much of it for
Yes.
that cheap.
Well, just
Exactly.
getting one. Honestly, I don't go there for the nuggets, but like if I find out there's nuggets, I'll eat a chicken nugget because those are fucking good. But really, the only thing that I go there for are the English muffins with the sausage, egg, and cheese. Those things are the bomb, and they're hash browns. But those nuggets, I'll never turn down a McDonald's chicken nugget. And Burger
chicken
King
tenders
nuggets are terrible. The Wendy's,
Yeah,
are
Burger
only a
King,
step above
it's dry.
Burger King.
Everything at Burger
Yeah.
King is dry.
Yeah, terrible. It's all dry.
Not
and
everything
shit.
at Burger
Garbage.
King is bad. I'll be the first to white knight Burger King, but the chicken nuggets
Listen,
are awful.
There's a Burger King like 2 minutes away from me, and I go there all the time because it's shorter than going like 8 or 9 minutes to the McDonald's. So I go to Burger King all the time, but Burger King fucking sucks. Their nuggets are terrible.
I mean, I'm not gonna. You're right about that for sure.
Okay, guys, we gotta get a little more on topic here. We're trying to talk about art. You guys are all into fast food.
We were talking about the art of chicken nuggets.
All right.
Yeah, we
yeah.
didn't get to the most artistic food item, which is a large McDonald's Coke.
Oh yeah, for $1. For $1.
They don't even make the Coke. That's another company's product. They're just selling it to you.
They're doing something to it because it ain't the same.
It's delicious.
It's cleaner than all the other slapdick fast food
Oh,
companies.
yeah, can confirm, dude. Like McDonald's drinks are the best drinks.
And like when I drink it, I think about a fine childhood memory. And a tear runs down my left cheek. And that's what art is really about, right, Cameron Clarke?
Oh,
Gotta have that
you
nostalgia.
guys want to know a story? I worked at Red Robin, and there was one day I showed up in the morning, and I'm setting up the soda machines for everybody to work, during the day. And I'm screwing on the caps, and I decided to take a taste of the Diet Coke. I put the glass on the Diet Coke, squirt down, and I drink it up, and I'm like, this tastes like Coke. And I call the manager over, and I'm like, here. I do like, this tastes like Coke. And so we go to the back of the restaurant, and we go into like the soda machine area where all the hoses are hooked up to the CO2 tank, and they hook up into the syrup box that hooks up to the water. And we look at it, it's like, huh, that's the Diet Coke. And so we call the guy to come check up like on the hoses, the manufacturing, the maintenance guy or whatever. And so we're going throughout the day, and so some people are giving, like, we don't have Diet Coke, so some of the waitresses are putting the Diet Coke for the Coke because sometimes the Coke would run out and they don't want to wait, and it tastes the same as the Coke. because it's the Diet Coke. And so they're giving them out while this maintenance guy is going around and fixing the pipes and all, checking to see why this is working. And then he comes back and he tells me and the manager, we're just standing both there at the same time. And he's like, oh, it's because it's covered in mold, and that's why it's making the Diet Coke taste like the regular Coke.
Oh.
And they've been serving it the whole fucking day, and they didn't say anything. Everybody walked away. I guess this guy got paid off or something. Don't know what happened after that, but I didn't get charged. No cops talked to me.
This does sound like something that would happen at a Red Robin.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever been satisfied at a Red Robin?
Really? Yes. When I knew what was happening, because I would go back there and cook my own food.
Sir No Pants, please.
Yeah.
Sing us the Red Robin trademark Happy Birthday song.
I don't remember it.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy day.
That wasn't our song.
Oh,
there's a bunch of them, and they're supposed to go on rotation.
Do you remember any of them?
A lot of places don't do the rotation. If you could find, maybe I can.
I think I know the song. Do you guys want me to sing it to you?
Yes.
Yeah, give us your rendition.
Yes.
Of course, Crippled Jesus.
I'll try to find it.
This is a Crippled Jesus rendition of the Red Robin song. Are you ready?
Ready.
Go for it.
Happy birthday, your dad went for cigarettes, but here's a piece of cake, it'll be okay, yay! That's the Red Robin song. I know for a fact.
Alright, so I'm running on a dinosaur, so I'm gonna be cutting out.
Oh, you can. Are you ready? Because I have a fan song that I can play. We got a fan song. Who wants to hear a fan song?
Yeah, you can.
I gotta pee, but you play that song, man.
All right, everybody, just prepare your statement. What you have to say. I'm gonna play a fan song. It's a short one. We got this. I just got this one sent in today. Fan song. Lobsters, lobsters, lobsters. Lobsters, 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 lobsters. I think he must be referring to the last episode when we were talking about lobsters a lot.
That's a great song by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. That song was deep.
I'll put that
it was
song
artistic.
on right when I'm cleaning my room with my government-issued girlfriend. I'll listen to that song.
Yeah, we had a very in-depth discussion about lobsters in the last episode.
You gotta apologize to the crustacean Americans.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie The Lobster?
No, what's that one about?
It's by Yorgos Lanthimos. It's like
that guy. Yorgos.
Oh no, he's a good director. Yeah.
favorite.
I don't know. I don't like that one as much as some of the more recent ones, but he turns into a lobster at the end.
Okay, that's exactly what I was hoping it was, because I thought it was gonna be some Artor shit, and then not just a dude turning into a lobster.
Well, it's because he can't.
actually
It's
what I
because he
want.
can't find a girlfriend or whatever, and everyone who can't
okay,
find
never-
love gets turned into an animal.
Aquatic Kafka adaptation.
It's not like The Fly, but with lobsters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn it.
That reminds me of Woody Allen.
Why does it remind you of Woody Allen?
Because every Woody Allen movie is about how he can't find love because he's a pedophile, but he can't have a long-lasting relationship with the girl that's in her teens because he's like 60 years old.
Well, he's doing great now with his lover there.
Isn't that his daughter also?
Well, it's his adopted daughter, of course.
Yeah.
So that doesn't
Tiger
count.
Lily? Isn't that
Not
her
really
name?
incest. You know, if porn sites have taught me anything, it's that if you put step in the front of it, it
Then it's
totally
fine.
negates the rest of it. Yeah.
Woody Allen was ahead of the game way before Pornhub. Revolutionary.
Yeah, incest is it's a big thing now, I guess. You go to any porn site, just nonstop fucking incest.
It's gonna be the first thing. It's gonna be the first thing that pops up.
Is that
I'll
a
be
new
back.
topic? Because I could rage on about that for a few minutes.
Oh, let's hear your take on incest porn, Crippled Jesus.
Oh, I fucking hate the idea of incest porn, right? But you have to watch it because that's where all the hot porn actresses are right now.
Yep.
Because for whatever reason, the incest porn industry is so big that any other porn that's outside of incest porn, you get the fat bucktooth whore that's on drugs. And like nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, any video that has a woman who is like young enough to not be your mother, she'll be labeled as sister and brother. And then if there is an older woman, she'll definitely be labeled as mother and son or something like that.
Why are they all in first person view?
And I have a black chick. I have a black chick fetish too, right? So every porn with a black chick in it is like white stepdad fucking to black stepdaughter.
That's a thing. Interracial incest porn.
Yeah. It's very progressive. Pornhub.com.
Wow.
All the liberals, check it out.
All right, sorry, I just missed some of that. So I know I'm kind of the guy who brings in the Pornhub stuff, so my bad. But
Oh yeah. Do you have any incest faves?
I mean, that's really not. It kind of weirds me out, honestly. Maybe it's like if you had like a relative that was hot or something.
All the good porn actresses, that's where they're at. Like the
Yeah, it's a necessary evil.
The one in particular that sticks out in my mind is a classy lady by the name of Candy Monet. So shout out to her.
Candy Monet.
She probably.
Name is that?
All right, this is getting googled. Let's see.
She's probably listening
Candy
to the Cameron
Milkers.
Clarke
Candy
podcast
Money?
right now.
Candy Monet.
Candy Monet.
Porn.
Like the artist?
Candy
This is-
Monet. Yeah.
Oh, she's an artist,
Great-
all right.
Wow. Good.
great
Okay, yeah,
porn
that's actually a
stuff.
good question about the art thing. Like, that's performance art, technically.
Porn?
Yeah.
I'd say porn is definitely art.
How do you spell the last name of this this woman?
I think it's Moanee.
Is that her real name, you think?
Jesus, I googled that. I got a picture of fucking Mark Zuckerberg. So
Oh shit!
These guys sucked.
and General Eisenhower, several of him. So
Well,
and
if
porn
you-
is in the
if-
search too.
Candy with the K and then Moanee. I don't know if I did the spelling right, but I'm pretty sure her last name is Moane.
Jeez, this is rough, man.
So porn as a form of art. I don't know if I would necessarily consider like the amateur stuff to be art. You know, that's more of a memento, I guess. But the stuff that's purposely shot, where the people put, thought into the shots. People write a little script.
Yeah, like I think it's Hegier art or something like that. It's basically like chicks massaging chicks, and then they get the happy ending. And it's done with soft, flowery music in the background. And the chicks are normally pretty hot. I mean, the orgasms are obviously fake, but if you like the massage shit, it's pretty cool.
See, and there's the pretentious shit again. No music. There should be no music.
Oh, come
I
on.
hate music and porn. I would have to agree.
Why? Does it like take you out? Does it ruin the immersion?
Yeah, I guess. But
You can't hear the orgasm. So
You know what's fucking awesome is like the cum shot compilation videos, and the song would be like "In
Oh.
the End" by Linkin Park.
Oh, I hate that shit so much.
Like, yeah, this really puts me in the mood.
Yeah, this makes me sad, and it makes me think that all these chicks really are whores. Come on.
You know what I would recommend? Family Guy porn itself is absolutely disgusting. But if you just look up the compilations with all the cutaway gags, some of them are actually funnier than the real gags on the show.
I think are you being serious? Is that actually a thing? Like, I
Yeah,
know
there's
porn is
Family
a thing, but
Guy
do they
porn.
Cutaway gags in the Family Guy porn?
Yeah, they have cutaway gags in the Family Guy
Oh my, that's
porn.
fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
I need to see that.
It's great. I know the one that I watched, they were all at the Drunken Clam, and there's a scene where Cleveland falls asleep. And that's
Could
pretty
you
funny.
find that and link it up? Because I need to check that out.
I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if I can
Oh,
find
fuck.
a link for it, but
Is this a weekly thing on this podcast that we all find a weird porn thing to look at?
I think it's like that's some of the better parts of the last episode. I mean, you know.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just noticed it's a trend.
I think weird porn thing is a daily thing for everybody, and it's natural. It's only natural that somebody would bring one of those in.
Wait till you get Digibro on. He'll tell you all about his nasty sexual exploits.
Oh
Jesus.
My God. Yeah, I'd love to get that guy on. Let's anybody who's friends with Digibro, please contact this man to get him on my podcast. I would love to have a little chat with Digibro. That would be a wonderful time. And on that topic, anime, is it art? You guys think anime is art?
Definitely.
All right, so let me weigh in on this actually.
Okay.
So I think that any kind of like animated like series or whatever, that's going to be art, obviously. But I do think that the artistry of anime in particular has been on like a constant downslide too, where it's kind of just like the same commercial bullshit now. Like if you look at something like, you know, movie I'm a very big fan of, like go back to 1988, Akira. Yeah. Like that is, in my opinion, like one of the, I don't know how to say this, but like it's one of the most artistic examples of like what anime can bring. And a lot of that is because it's like hand drawn, frame by frame animation, and just tons of people just putting in their hearts into it. And now you have like Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon or some shit like that. And
Yeah,
like the
got
whole
little
point
girls
of the
in panty
series,
shots.
yeah, it's like, oh, it's another show and it's got girls. It's a girls show, and it's like, the fuck, man.
John McCain's Funeral is my favorite anime. And there is a lot of art involved in that, so I would say yes, anime is art.
Really sad that we lost that guy.
Oh yeah, I know this is sort of a real cliche anime answer, but Cowboy Bebop's style is beautiful. I absolutely love the hell out of it. And the same team that made Samurai Champloo, and I think they improved upon that art style immensely. I really like that a lot. If you haven't seen either one of those, I recommend.
And Space Dandy as well. I mean, that you're right. That stuff is like it's its own style. It's like unique.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Andrew
And,
Yang too. Shout out to Andrew Yang. He's a good anime.
Because he's not real.
Universal Basic Income. That's a great anime.
Excuse you, Freedom Dividend.
Freedom Dividends.
All right. So, guys, when we say that there's certain animes that could be considered art and certain ones that aren't, you know, where's the line drawn exactly? Just the
I'm gonna say
amount
none
of
of it is.
creativity put into it.
I think what Flaherbear said, I think that's kind of the line. When it starts to become really cookie cutter, like you see all the mainstream like Funimation and all that stuff here in America, like I kind of think that maybe it's more of an American problem than it is a Japanese problem, because we don't even get half their anime. He is right. It's become stacked.
Well, I also think like a lot of the shit now, even in Japan, is like just like girls shows. Like it's like, oh, there's 10 girl characters and they're so fucking kawaii or whatever, and like that's not really anything interesting. It's just like, hey, if you're horny for anime girls, here's 10 more of them to jack off to.
Yeah, and it's become sort of a problem there too, because like it's sort of, I've seen this before and done much better. Like nothing, like you don't have to be fairy tale. You don't have to have like a ton of fan service or anything. Like, even though it's great and I love the shit out of it, but you know, I like to see some variety. I like to see my storyline. You know.
I'll have to agree with the
God.
guy shitting on girl animes, because I did not like the Hillary Clinton campaign. I could not relate to that one.
All right. Let's move away from anime because we spent too much
Thank
time
God.
on anime.
Thank fucking Christ.
I'm sorry, Chad Virginson. All right, so let's play another fan. I got another fan song. Somebody sent another fan song that I'm gonna play.
Are you getting these like while we're live? People are sending these in?
It's like over the past couple weeks, I've had a couple people.
Oh,
send
got
me
you.
Stuff. So
My bad.
All right, so let's do another fan song. You say we've got nothing in common, no common ground to start from, that we're falling apart. said, what about looking at lobsters? She said they
Oh my
are
God,
so
again.
cool, and I have to agree. And what about, do you put them to sleep first before you eat them? I hear it makes the meat more tender. All right. Enough of that. You know, guys, I appreciate the fan songs that you all
Yeah,
send
that's
in.
awesome, Kevin Clarke. John Mayer listens to your show. That's wonderful.
Oh yes.
Like, I don't want to be pinned as the lobster podcast. So I mean, I do know that it was a fun topic, but please let's no more lobster songs,
Dr.
guys.
Peterson says, "Mommy's milkies and clean your room."
Dr. Peterson wants you to wash your lobsters.
All right. So back to art. We're talking about art. Do you guys think? I know this is a question that a lot of people have asked, but we have some more intelligent people here than your average group. So I just like to ask: do you guys think that?
My mom always told me I was special, Kevin Clarke.
I think you're special too, Crippled Jesus. But I just want to know: do you think that if Hitler had become a successful artist, would he have been as culturally successful, as well known, as influential?
No.
Well, I mean, he did work with Hugo Boss to make those uniforms, so is he not an artist?
I'd argue that he is. I mean, he definitely was an artist.
He made the Beetle, too, which is the shittiest car in history, so that's got to mean something, right?
The Beetle is actually I don't know. It's an artistic car. You don't see any other cars like the Beetle.
Car. It's the car of Woodstock, so if you're a hippie, you're also a Nazi because you drove a car that was made by a Nazi.
So,
yeah, you just plummeted the sales rate of Beetles.
Oh no, nah.
Volkswagen's out. You just canceled Volkswagen because only fucking hippies drive Volkswagens.
What do you think Volks mean? It means folks, which means Nazis.
Yeah, white folks.
Yeah,
white folks car.
What? You ever seen a black person driving a bug?
Around here, we don't let black people drive.
If a black person tries to get into a Volkswagen, the Volkswagen will bark at it. That's how racist that car is.
All right. So, guys, do you think that everybody is capable of being an artist? Like the ability of self-expression, of creating art, even if it's not necessarily great art. Do you think everybody is capable of being an artist?
No, not at all.
Anybody pretentious enough to give themselves a label can be an artist.
I think most kids will like doodle. I don't know. That's kind of art.
Anybody that has special needs that needs to be met can be an artist.
Who the fuck? Who the hell is messing with their fucking dishes?
Somebody's doing their fucking dishes.
that guy's
It's
back.
art, Moediggity.
That's
It's art.
He's a busy man. He can't just be doing a podcast all the time. He has other shit to do.
Whoever that was, you should get a wife for that.
He's a busy man. He doesn't have time for a wife.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Sorry, I'm making art.
I believe you. What kind of art are you making?
I'm making dish art with the bubbles and shit. I'm stacking them up real nice like Tetris.
Bubble art. What about latte art, guys? Is that art? Can you be?
I hate that shit. I hate that shit so fucking much.
Not a Starbucks fan?
I just want to punch out every single fucking barista that gives me some fruity ass fucking little thing. Just like, give me my fucking coffee. I've already paid too much for it. I know it's not going to be worth the cost because your coffee's only shit, and I don't need your gay little fucking designs on my fucking foam. Fuck you.
You don't think it's cute though? You got a little heart?
No, I hate that shit. I fucking hate it.
I have a good Starbucks story about art, Cameron Clarke. Would you
All right,
like to
let's
hear it?
Is it about the time that you burned it to the fucking ground? Because I'd love to hear that.
No. So there is a Starbucks at my university. So I roll on in there with the big dick that I have. And I say to the lady behind the counters, I say, I want tea. And then she says, how do you want it? And I look at her and I go, I like my tea like I like my women, tall and black. And I just roll in the corner.
You know, you can't get mad at that when a crippled man says it to you.
Yeah. She did give me a smile, so that was something. But
So
that
was she
art
black?
in
She was
itself.
black?
She was black.
Oh.
I used to work at Johnny Rockets, and whenever you serve somebody French fries, you're supposed to draw them like a smiley face, like on like a little bowl of ketchup. And so you would always use that to hit on women. And
you
would just
put your number in it?
Yeah, you put your phone, you draw your phone number, like you'd like try to really draw like a sexy lady with a tits out, or you draw a little dick, you know. And then they did the French fries in, and they give you their phone number, It was always great.
See, that's a good use of art, I think.
Yeah.
Because not only is it like pleasing to look at, but it's also got a use. It's useful.
I get real good at it to the point where I bought my own plastic ketchup bottle, and I just sit there at home and just try to draw the most complicated ketchup pictures that I could to get the most amount of nudes.
I just wanted to say, Cameron Clarke, because this is the politically correct podcast.
Right.
We don't call them black anymore. We call them basketball Americans.
I don't know. I just like to call them people.
Yeah.
Because we're all the same. It's just different skin colors.
Yeah, we're all the same, and it's just that darker tone of skin that gives me the boner. I get what you're saying.
It's an aesthetic thing. It's a impact on anything else.
Art,
All right. So back to art. I have all these amazing questions. We're gonna do a flash round. All right, guys.
Yeah. What's left?
All right. So I have so many questions for everybody. All right. I'm gonna go through the VC, and I want everybody to name, starting with Adam Green. Adam Green, are you here?
Hey guys, it's me, Adam Green.
All right, Adam Green. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. I want you to name all the great painters that you can. 10.
I don't know. Monet, Rembrandt, Picasso.
All right, that's it.
Da
That was 10
Vinci.
seconds. All right. So the next Cantillions, are you in here?
Yes, I am. How's it going?
It's going great, Cantillions. I'll give you 10 seconds. Can you name as many great artists as you can? Starting.
All right. Okay. Monet, Picasso. Francisco Goya, Greco.
All right, that was 10 seconds. You both got 4, I think.
Everybody, just make sure you keep saying the same ones.
Yeah.
See how far we can go without someone naming a woman.
It's a low blow.
That's gonna be a yikes from me, bro.
It was a joke.
This is enthralling content, by the way, Clarke.
Hey. we're trying to do a highbrow podcast. I mean, I know.
I can tell.
Yeah, I know you're used to that lowbrow stuff. This is real.
What makes it so
Cantillions, this podcast is so highbrow, I had to get out my ivory wheelchair to do it.
This is serious stuff.
I had to put on pants for this place.
That Cantillions laugh kind of sounded like he was trying to force it.
No, this is how I laugh. I'm Cantillions, and this is how I laugh.
I'm sorry. But I'm sorry for you.
All right, Chad Virginson.
All right.
You have 10 seconds to name as many great artists as you can. Painters, by the way.
Vincent Van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci, Jackson Pollock, and Adolf Hitler.
All right. Well, that was 5. So you're currently in the lead right now. All right, Crippled Jesus. How many great painters can you name in 10 seconds?
Kanye West, Chris the Kiwi, Ellen DeGeneres, Pablo Picasso, and Adolf Hitler.
All right. That was, I believe, also 5. I wasn't really counting, but I just think it's 5. So right now we got a tie. Flaherbear, how many great painters can you name? 10 seconds.
Hitler was one of them. That one we said already.
All right, that was 10 seconds. You named one artist. They're
a pretty debatable one too.
This is so easy. How many Ninja Turtles are there? You guys have at least 4.
I don't think it's fair because I already heard everyone else's answers.
All right, we're just trying to see who the smartest and most I don't know, artistic person is in here. All right, Get Stabbed. Are you in here? We have a whole episode on art, and you probably said the least of anybody in here.
Everyone said the least about art.
That's why you should be talking. I thought you would be all over this.
I was kind of just leaving space for you, Ian, and then I didn't hear anything.
Are you playing Magic right now?
Nope.
What are you doing?
Being bored.
being bored. What's wrong with this podcast? This is going great. I think.
Can that be the lightning round instead?
Van
What's wrong with this
Gogh,
podcast?
Da Vinci, Picasso, Monet, sorry.
Read a Wikipedia.
Michelangelo. Come on, man.
All right, I think everybody can only name 5 in 10 seconds.
Shredder.
Warhol.
I got a couple.
All right, moediggity.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, George W. Bush Jr., Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo.
That's pretty good.
All
That
right.
beats my list.
Oh, I got one more. The guy who like does paintings of Trump with like the flag, and then people Photoshop it so it's like a cum rag.
Oh God.
Oh, I forgot to mention Chris Chan and Ted Bundy.
Oh, and
How
Ben
has
Garrison.
nobody said Banksy? I thought that would be the first
Oh,
for everybody.
fuck.
Doesn't really paint though,
because
does he?
we're
course
thinking
it does.
about
Spray
like
paint, I
high
guess.
class.
Who's that?
Yeah, we're thinking about high class fucking regular paint, not like cool street art.
Hey, Banksy is a legend.
Yeah, hell yeah, he is. He's fucking awesome.
Who is Banksy?
He's the guy who makes the really politically charged graffiti art.
Bob Ross.
He did
Yeah,
that Cinderella thing.
Sarah
that I
Palin?
like.
Sarah Palin, what?
The one where Cinderella is
Sarah
dead.
Palin does graffiti art?
Hold on, boys. I'm legitimately gonna go throw up. I'll be back.
Wait, what's wrong, Chad Virginson?
He's sick of all this art talk, dude.
He's literally gonna go throw up right now.
Man.
Yeah.
You should do it on the mic, like Chris.
I was
Andy
just
would.
about to suggest that.
that'd be art. What do you guys think about like outsider art, abstract? Not necessarily abstract, but like the weird sort of art, like the feminist with the
Oh, it's garbage, man. Modern
Period
art is
one
fucking yeah, it's garbage. Modern art is fucking garbage. It should be burnt at the fucking stake.
Well, what's your definition of it?
Well, all right. So, like, sometimes when I go to the bathroom and I really have to take a shit, like, I feel like my bowel
Be specific,
movements-
real thing.
Well, yeah. I just feel like, when it comes to a chick rubbing SpaghettiOs all over her, I think my diarrhea.
How is that modern
shits-
art? We're talking about the specifics here. Do you know what modern art is?
The same shit that fucking Cameron
Well-
Clarke's talking about. Dumb shit. You keep.
I mean, it's
interrupting
certainly
me.
not. It's not something that's dominated by like whatever
I can
tampon
tell
art
you what
saw.
modern art is. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, what is it, Crippled Jesus?
So I was going on a road trip to go to the road rage, and I farted in the back of my leather seat in a Dodge minivan, and I called it reminiscence. That's modern art.
Oh God, you bastard!
Those guys.
You
I mean,
guys
I
actually
will
know
agree.
that
There's
the-
a lot of stuff that is just kind of like dumb. But I don't know. Last time I went to like a modern art museum, like there was at least half the shit was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like this is new. It's not exactly like a painting or something typical like that. But people are doing some cool shit.
What was the coolest or most interesting thing you saw at the modern art
There was
museum?
these big like kind of sculptures that look like floating like cloaks, and they were kind of, I think they were made with like various like objects, but it was all kind of inside of this like epoxy thing, and there were some speakers around the room in certain areas, and like you would hear this like noise coming from one of them, which was like another side of the room. There was some cool shit there.
When I was in Minneapolis, there was this homeless man outside the strip club. That was the coolest modern art piece that I saw.
You guys realize that the modern art was actually created by the CIA to use as a
Really?
weapon against the it was actually used against Russian propaganda. It was, I think it was like
You
back
do
in
know
19
that Russia had their own modern art too,
Okay.
right?
No, of course. Well, yeah, duh. But back in the 1950s, yeah.
Of course.
It was the International Organizations Division.
You do know
used it
that
against,
that's what basically
communist
happened
spread.
is the Russian artists that didn't get put in the fucking gulags came over to the States. Stop with your fucking conspiracy theory shit.
It's not a fucking conspiracy theory. It's an actual fact. You dumb fuck.
You know what else reminded me of modern? When Jeffrey Epstein hung himself with some toilet paper.
Oh yeah, really just left us with our heads scratching like a lot of
Have we
modern art.
touched Epstein tonight at all?
This is the first time
Nobody
anyone
It's been a whole week since we've talked about Epstein.
I would talk about it, but I don't want to get suicided.
Finally out of the mood to talk about Epstein. Just
Hey,
soured from 45 minutes of fucking weeb talk.
Hey, look. Speaking of Epstein and art, what about that Clinton painting? What do you guys think of that?
I'm gonna
I
get
want
that tattooed on my bicep, Cameron Clarke.
It's a very very erotic sort of
Ugh.
painting.
Is there a photo?
I
of him?
might-
One in the dress. Ugh.
I might
Now,
have
what do
to
you
go
guys
puke
think?
Gonna
again.
need a photo link.
Do you think it's a reference to the Monica Lewinsky dress, or do you think it's a reference to the Hillary dress?
It's a Monica Lewinsky reference.
It's the
for
child
sure.
that he fucked on the Lolita Express.
Or that. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
posed for the
No
photo
problem.
and they just painted it on the canvas.
Dude, imagine the kind of balls you must have. Not only are you a multi-billionaire, that anybody
Oh my
who came over
God.
to this house,
That's questionable.
well, at least okay, very fucking wealthy, very connected, and you'd walk into this person's house, and you turn the corner, and all you would see is just Bill Clinton sitting there in that pose, pointing
What
at
a
you.
weird,
Like,
what a weird painting.
and imagine, because Bill Clinton went to that house too.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh,
way in
yeah.
hell that
Oh,
he
yeah.
did.
There's photos of him with Clinton. Yeah.
That's why I think he got it as like a joke. Honestly,
It's so-
that sounds like a good prank to play on somebody. Like this guy's coming over, and then you get this painting of him in a dress, and you just put it prominently in your house, and then you have him
Wait, I
over
thought he
and
made
say,
it. Epstein didn't paint it? I thought Epstein
No.
did.
No, but he was
Somebody told
an
me that.
artist. That's
Somebody told
definitely.
me that he did. What the fuck?
I mean, think of the way you look at a modern art piece, and it really makes you just you leave there, and you're still thinking about it. Like, how did this piece fall with that piece? Like he really did art with his life, and we're all still kind of unfolding it.
Another artist that was on the press was Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, he got his disgusting feet rubbed by
his
like a 16-year-old
crusty
girl.
yellow toes.
He's probably got those like diabetes feet, and he has to like wear those compression socks.
It's such a weird story. He didn't fuck the prostitute or anything.
No, she said she was happy that he gave her a signed picture, and she thought he was nice.
So it doesn't really seem all that incriminating, other than the fact that he took a flight to Lolita Island or whatever.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't to the island. It was just on the plane.
You know what is incriminating though is that quip of Trump the musical with AOC in it.
Oh,
Oh,
He
that's
did
art.
that.
West Wing Story by The Simpsons. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
they
Did anybody
they
actually watch
that
the
thing.
whole thing?
It's like a minute long.
is it an
Yeah,
episode?
I
or
watched the
something?
first 10 seconds. No, I
I
watched,
made it
I saw
about
the clip.
30 seconds through.
I just watched the first few seconds of it. I'm like, okay, I get the idea. I don't need to watch the rest of it.
I just think
Yeah,
it's
it's
funny
pretty
that they
weird.
have
Click away.
that they have them say "Oh, your nose is up Putin's ass," which is they're just kind of throwing their boomer brain politics on top. They don't talk about that. You don't really see any of those women just doing the whole fucking boomer Russia conspiracy shit. I just thought that was a little
Well,
funny.
it's funny because not only is it bad in a story sense, but also the animation is horrible, the dubbing is horrible, and the camera angles are
My
horrible.
question is, where are the Simpsons? I thought it was a Simpsons clip. I don't
It's
see
a cold.
it.
It's a cold open, which is I thought that was an SNL thing, and now The Simpsons is just doing that too.
Was it
that's
from
the-
an
that's the
actual
couch
episode
gag.
though?
Yes, it was. That was the opening of the episode. I guess maybe they went into the couch gag after that.
So the problem with The Simpsons is that they're still, they're kind of still doing traditional animation. So it's very tough to get stuff out that's still recent. So it seems like they do these tiny bits with really bad animation, but they're easy to churn out or fast to churn out so they can stay relevant with topics.
Never thought about that, but you're right.
So
you make a
the
really good
production
point
cycle for a show like South Park, it's a week. They made a whole
Mhm.
documentary
it's all
about it.
digital.
They've got a format down, and it's it's not anything spectacular animation wise, but because of that, they're able to stay relevant.
Yeah, but South Park is funny. The Simpsons hasn't been funny.
When's the last time you watched South Park, dude?
15 seasons.
I stopped watching South Park as soon as they tried to make it an episodic thing. It wasn't.
Yeah, the first one of those was okay, but I don't know. I just feel like the last time I tried to
PC
watch a South Park
Principal is
episode,
still funny though.
yeah, that season was all right, but then I don't know. I feel like the next one I tried to watch and it was bad.
I think PC Principal is a good character. That's season 20.
That was good, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
All right, guys. So when you guys think about art, why is the first thing you think about the Mona Lisa?
I
It
think
isn't.
about Artie Lang because that's my favorite art.
Just his face, right?
No, it's fucked up
It-
nose.
His
Yeah.
fucked up cartilage nose because he snorted glass because he's such a fucking drug addict.
Hey, you gotta try everything once, right?
So do you guys lump in the lady who puts SpaghettiOs in her fucking pussy with fucking Pollock and Rocco?
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody's really putting them on the same level.
So it's just because
Nobody
it's
can
so
make
weird because you
SpaghettiOs,
use this
bitch.
blanket weird term for modern art, and then it's Do any of you even go to the galleries?
Well, that's
Know
what
where
we're
they
trying
are?
to get to the bottom of, people's definition of what art is, because it seems to be different for
I
everybody.
tried to go to a gallery, but they
Somebody
had
said that
stairs.
porn is fucking art. No, it's fucking commodity.
Whoa.
Don't be fucking
What
don't be
about
dumb.
when you put a lot of artistry into it? You put a lot of thought and
Oh,
creativity.
I'm sorry. Illustrators put a whole bunch of work into making architecture too, and it's the same thing. Porn and architecture is the same
Listen
thing.
You
here,
don't think
guy.
architecture is art?
Listen here, guy.
No.
That's really weird.
Have you not watched the Seinfeld porn? That's definitely art.
Oh, it's absolutely art. 100%.
I mean, okay, that's that's funny and all, but like,
That's
what do
parody.
you mean? What do you mean architecture isn't art?
If it's a porn parody, it's sort of a comedy.
Architecture of like
right?
a
Like
sewer
the
system.
Sydney Opera House, like something. I'm not talking
No,
about like we built an
architecture of like
apartment
a
building.
sewer system. Architecture of like an oil pipeline system.
Well, I think it comes down to like
Mechanical
if the design is like form versus function. Like
Yeah,
if
but
it's
I'm
just
not
pure
saying
function,
that-
that's not really artistry.
I'm not saying things like porn artists can't have like personal styles and stuff like that, but it's basically just fucking paid illustration. Every single time they do a piece, it's to get paid, and that's it. They don't do it for any other
Forward.
thing other than that. Like, and it's so much profitable to do porn now because it's over art.
Which
It
is
really
really
is.
who's paying for that shit besides like the fucking
Well,
pay
no,
pigs
we're talking
on
about,
Twitch or whatever.
Tons of
Right.
pay pigs. They're everywhere.
Julia Booby Dreyfus is one of my favorite artists. God damn it. I can't listen to you say it. And
Is that really what they called it in that? Julia Booby Dreyfus?
they should. I just remember when she says, "Fuck me, Jerry," in the middle of the porn. She didn't have to
And that
ask
happened in
for
the
that.
show too.
Get stabbed.
Uh-huh.
What about comedy? You think comedy is art?
Absolutely. Go watch the works of Amy Schumer.
Comedy is
Don't tell
comedy.
me that's not art.
Comedy is
Comedy is different from art is different from music, right? Sometimes they touch, but you know.
when comedy, like for example, like a stand-up bit, when you put all this time and effort into like writing something.
That's a microaggression, Cameron Clarke. You know it is, because I can't stand up.
Oh man,
I'm sorry,
look, I
Crippled
understand
Jesus.
you're real trap man, but could you just not make jokes like you are?
Hey,
That was funny though.
you can't tell him what to do. all
Let's
right?
talk about oil pipes some more to keep this guy happy.
No, I'm trying to get away from that.
But I mean, I will say you're right though that if people have this perception that modern art is like just whatever joke thing got posted on Twitter or whatever, like go to a museum, see some stuff. Like some of it probably won't resonate with you.
People
But
have been pre-programmed to fucking hate modern art, right, for the past fucking 15 years. Ever since the last batch of fucking teenagers got on the internet and got wrapped up on YouTube fucking related searches, right? All the modern art hate is based off of fucking stupid YouTube searches and algorithms.
So get stabbed. Would you say that SJWs ruined modern art?
No, I think that those people got fucked hardcore like 5 or 6 years ago, way back in like 2014, and then from there on out, it's been a whole bunch of people going, "Oh yeah, don't SJWs suck?" But there aren't any around. Yeah, does anyone see any fucking SJWs?
I mean, I see a lot at my college, but
Go to a college campus.
So basically, teenagers first year or in like up like 20 something is what you.
women in their 40s who don't have children, and their eggs
is that
just
the only
get scrambled.
check out trending hashtags on Twitter sometime, and you'll probably find them.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
K-pop.
I don't
Yeah.
go to trash sites like fucking Twitter.
Okay, that's
Well, that's why you're not running into SJW.
This guy here reads his National Review, and he pets his golden retriever on the head.
Fuck no, it's
I don't
called
think-
Stop Consuming
Drinks
Fucking
his
Trash
coffee.
Culture.
Drinks
first
his
of all-
coffee with his wife Edith. He doesn't know anything about the internet.
oh boy.
All right, guys. So since this is an art podcast, an art episode, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the new Tool album just came out.
What a fucking stinker.
what are you talking
What a
about?
fucking giant, same as it ever was.
Dude,
fucking
imagine
burn.
waiting like a
15
decade
years.
for just the
18
same
years.
exact shit.
Same exact shit. And I said that into the fucking YouTube comment section of that new single. And they're like, no, you're stupid. I'm like, no, fucking Limp Bizkit is going to release a more critically acclaimed, and better album, and they'll put it out next year, and you watch.
I'll tell
The
you what, though. I
fucking-
mean, those guys know what sold, and they're just gonna keep doing it.
Cameron Clarke, I don't even know about Tool. I'm a millennial. I don't own a hammer. I don't know shit about Tool.
The new Tool album really is that bad?
It's not that it's bad. It's just like don't expect to be blown away. It's just the same thing. Like that album could have came out 2 years after their last album, and
I
you
didn't
would
think
have
that-
known.
I didn't think that the last one was very good at all. It had some great tracks, but I didn't think that was very good.
It's all phoned in. It's been phoned in since like 2004.
So let me
That
ask you guys
guy's
this
more
question.
concerned about making wine.
When you go to make art, do you think it's important that you always be pushing forward and doing something new? If
Well,
is there no is there less value if you just keep repeating yourself like Tool?
Well,
Yeah,
not
definitely.
it really depends. It kind of
On
like
the motive.
Case by case basis, really, because some people are just really good at one particular way of doing things, and then they try something else, and it's like they run right into a fucking wall, and they go back to it, and it kind of sucks when you try to, as an artist, if you try to do something new and you fail and you go back to the shit that you did really well at, people fucking call you out, and they call you like a sellout, or, same as it ever was, or, stuff like that. Not that I'm like implicating you guys of saying anything or like trying to insinuate shit, but yeah, I think it just really depends.
Cameron Clarke, to answer your question, I'm in a wheelchair, so I'm always pushing forward with my art as an artist.
Oh my god,
That's
no,
a good
you just
set.
did not.
That's actually. Let's mark one out.
Nice.
I can't believe.
Pull one out. He got off of the fucking SJW laurels. That's great. You got
You have
off.
to do a lot of steering to make sure you don't run into a wall. That's why we have handbrakes, Cameron Clarke.
Oh,
So Crippled
And,
Jesus, I think it's safe to say that you're probably the most artistic person on this podcast.
it definitely tistic.
So Crippled Jesus, let me ask you a very special question.
Oh, I love these.
All right.
Let me get my helmet on, Cameron
all right.
Clarke. Hang on.
All right. All right. So what do you think about what do you think about mental illness in art? Do you think people who are mentally ill who make art, do you think that art should be considered somehow different?
Well, I think most good artists are assholes. I consider myself a good artist, and I'm a huge asshole. And
What do you do?
I make a podcast, and I make jokes about my legs not working.
All right. Well, we did say earlier on that podcasts are not art, but you can keep calling yourself.
Yeah.
an
Have
artist.
you been listening?
That's the
Have you
debate.
been listening
Cripplecast
to
is
this
art.
podcast? It's
Time for
totally
plug.
art.
You do realize
That's
that
it.
you could just easily just slot in as a comedian and then say that you got fucked up, busted legs full of fucking crippling gay AIDS.
Well,
You
get
know, you
stabbed.
can
I
do
would
that.
I would argue that comedy can be art. Not
Yeah, it
necessarily
can
that
be
it
art.
is.
It really it can be art, right? Just like porn under a certain context can be art, but it's got to be more of art than fucking porn to make it.
It
Does
just
that make
Who's
depends
that?
on the lighting.
Who was that woman that did the Netflix special? And she's like, "Oh, I'm like a big fat woman." And then it was like, "And then they raped me," and she just like goes on like that. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit's art.
Hannah Gatsby, I think.
Garbage.
That's art. That's art right there. More than
Well,
like,
that's
typical
lazy.
comedy
That's
special.
lazy stuff, and it's not asking like stuff that doesn't ask the right questions in art is usually what all you guys fucking hate, and usually all you've seen in fucking SJW hate comps on YouTube. To actually look up the real thing,
Wow.
is entirely different.
For me as an artist, I can't stand up, so it's my job to stand out.
You did that one already, man.
You did,
Yeah.
but it's still good. I'm gonna give you a 7/10 on that one.
Thank you. You want to
I'm just
talk
being a
about
dick.
how SJWs tube a little bit more? Tell us about that.
Oh, you guys are all pre-programmed to hate the left, right?
I'm
Not
a
really.
hardcore leftist.
Well, whoever did my programming fucked up because I can't even walk, so I need to get reprogrammed.
Yeah, it's like they beta tested him and said, "Good enough, push him out."
Yeah,
This-
so this is where so all of you now are a part of Antifa
That's fine.
right now.
I'm
You
wearing my
just
mask
joined
right
Antifa.
now.
Congrats, everybody. Get your black and red on wherever you want to put it on your body, and you now hate fascists. Who are the
There's
fascists?
already a crown cripple at Antifa. I don't think there can be two.
How are they crippled? Can you repeat that?
There's a guy in Portland that runs an Antifa chapter that's actually in a wheelchair. It's a black
Well, he's sure
guy.
as hell not going to get
Wait,
into the
did you
fucking
say
Proud
Antifa
Boys.
chapter? Because I don't think that's like a thing. There's not chapters, like it's on an organization.
Yeah.
I'm in an Antifa chapter.
Like
What are you talking about?
maybe you're confusing like DSA or something.
I'm the Cape Cod Antifa chapter.
I know there's areas because I know there's one in Boston, and then they have Facebook groups for the different ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
but
think the
that's
Hell's Angels have Facebook groups?
okay. So yeah, there's a difference between the Hell's Angels still get together and run drugs, right? Okay, so the Antifa people don't do that at all, and they show up on the street for like collective actions, usually with things like Proud Boys or things like with the fucking Charlotte.
Do they still exist?
Yeah, they were at the thing in Portland.
Yeah, they don't go away. They just come out whenever like dickheads come
You
out.
thought it would be enough when Gavin McInnes like jerked his dick off, his flaccid penis off while drunk off his ass live on the show. But
Wait,
people
what?
still want to be. Oh, you never saw that?
No.
He
Oh,
said,
put
he
his-
said
he
like
put
he
his
said, like,
dildo-
oh, blow
Yeah, he
up-
put a dildo in his
and then
ass to
put-
prove
and
he's
then put a
not gay,
fucking-
right?
But then he had the dick out and he said, "Blow up this clown balloon." I think is what he said.
yeah. How could you not want to be a Proud Boy after that? How could you not endorse a white ethno state?
I thought Gavin's whole thing was he was done with the Proud Boys, so I thought
He's
they
not
would.
done with the fucking Proud
That
Boys.
might be
It's
true.
his
I'm
own
not sure.
thing.
It is true.
I feel like I've heard him say that.
He's on a burner phone going, "Hey, fuck with these guys."
Well,
Fuck.
didn't he formally denounce them?
Yeah, and
Like,
many of them is about him. Because
Yeah, you can do a thing like lie to people. It's why all your alt-righters like Richard Spencer will suddenly magically
yeah,
forget that he's
I'm
a
a big-
fascist.
I'm a big
everyone's gonna
Nazi, boy.
forget.
I don't think he said that. I don't think he was implying that about you.
No, they're all gonna forget that he's a fascist, right? And then he'll start talking like a moderate Republican, and he'll get into office somehow 20 years later.
No. Nobody. Richard Spencer's a fucking joke. Nobody likes Richard Spencer.
Yeah,
Not even
like,
people.
I
I said
nobody.
20 years from now, just like Trump was a fucking joke, correct?
Dude, like, what's
Yeah.
your problem today? Like, you got a chip on your shoulder or something?
Well, I mean, you did a lot of talking on
Like,
modern art.
we're just fucking chilling out here, and now, like, you got butt hurt. Like,
No.
who cares?
Well, this is
no.
a topic that's very close to Get Stabbed's heart, so I
Fucking
understand it.
shit talking modern art as if you actually know.
So, yeah, because fucking modern art fucking sucks, okay?
Yeah,
it's
What do
not
you know about
fucking
it?
good.
You don't know?
All I gotta say is that it's not good. It's not my fucking cup of tea. I don't have to have.
okay,
I don't
so
have to
this
have
is
a
the thing.
fucking soliloquy
One
here.
at a
and here.
time.
I don't have to have
whoa,
a
whoa.
fucking term paper.
Rabble,
ready for you.
rabble.
I know I did-
Rabble.
Well, this guy wants a fucking term paper of like why I need it and what do I need fucking citations to? Do I need specifics for you?
No,
I just don't
because you
like
give
it.
me your
That's
opinion-
it. Case closed.
Yeah, your opinion fifis don't give a shit. I want to know why you factually don't like something.
I don't give a shit. I just don't like it.
Oh, you just don't
can
like-
just,
so you don't-
You can
So
just
you don't
not
know
like
enough
something.
about it.
You
Just
don't have to
so you
justify anything.
Cool. Just like you maybe just don't like.
I just
black
don't like
people.
something. Like, oh, I saw
Maybe-
that. That's it.
I'll give you some facts and logic because facts don't care about your feelings.
Let's hear it.
If you like modern art, your taste is more crippled than my legs. That's a fact.
Go play a fucking video game with one hand that works, man. Don't even give me your shit.
Wow, punching down.
Oh, that's fucked up. You can't just say that.
I am not gonna fucking spare punches just because you're fucking ate up with not being.
I mean,
able to move
I'll
correctly.
say it again though. Like a lot of people, you're talking a lot of shit on modern art, but like, when's the last time you went to say like some kind of exhibit or like a modern art museum? Because a lot of people like they don't do that, and then it's just like, oh, I saw the fucking tampon art online, and that's. I think that's.
I mean,
the
I'm on
question of
this
perception.
podcast right now. This is a modern art experience right here. What
You know,
we're doing.
I'm painting with my period blood at the moment, so
Well,
It's
it's
all- I
not
mean, you don't
even
have to
that.
go.
It's- You don't even know any of the actual painters that exist within that. Or
What
the
are you talking
movement or
about? I watched
anything.
Steven Crowder
Because
all
who
the
cares?
time. guy.
Movement.
Oh,
Fuck
because
off.
I care, and that's why I'm heated about it. You
So
don't have a
what?
good-
Like,
you
if you
have
don't
a good
like somebody,
opinion
why
about
would
it.
I be upset? Why would I obsessively find out about this person? Why would I fucking dedicate all this time to find out about people in a fucking thing that I don't
Because you
like.
formed an opinion.
I just don't like it. What I've seen, I just don't like. Period. That's
well,
it,
then
man.
you can't say it's bad.
It is bad. Like the
No,
majority
no,
of it I've
you
seen
don't
is
like
bad.
it.
Well,
They're
art is
poor and
subjective.
shitty.
Every
Yeah.
level of art is
You don't
subjective.
know whether
you're
or not
not
it's
getting,
good.
yeah, and you're not getting that. I just don't fucking like it at all. I don't like the genre.
Yeah, but
like,
you don't
I
get
don't
to say
like
it's
rap.
bad.
I
You
don't
get
like
to say
rap.
it's bad. You don't get to say it's
Yeah,
bad.
yes,
You
I
get to
do,
say-
bitch. Watch
you don't.
me. I'm saying
Everybody
this bad
has
right
an
now.
opinion.
Yeah, because you're fucking autism filled.
I said it was bad. That's the end of
Look,
it.
your problem is you can't dissent.
Oh God, please, yes, kick down some knowledge to me, bro.
Look, do me a favor. If you don't
Okay.
know enough to be able to say whether or not something's good or bad, why don't you just say you just don't like it instead of saying something's bad?
All
You
right,
don't know.
everyone, unless you are just a fucking all-knowing deity, cease all opinions. Okay, that's what you just.
I'm sorry, your
ass just
wheelhouse
said.
is just fucking video games.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I'm sorry, your
I gotta
wheelhouse
be
is
like this
podcasts.
guy.
Yeah,
I
my,
got a question, though, for
wheelhouse is
everybody.
music, podcasts,
your-
fucking real a lot
Yeah,
of things.
rock
asking-
music.
You don't know
Everybody
me.
study
You
up.
don't fucking know me
Spotify
very
account,
much.
Moediggity?
You don't
How
fucking
big
know
is your
me.
fucking?
You
How
don't
big
know
is your
me.
fucking shitty Last FM Spotify account? Fuck off with your fucking flake corporate shit.
Oh my god.
Damn,
Play
dude.
corporate shit. What? Like where did the artists touch you?
Well, someone hire the KKK to drag him down the street.
Blah.
See,
Wow.
mad bitch.
A lot of assumptions being made here.
I fucking
In,
don't
in
even.
very poor faith.
Oh my god.
Very poor
We
faith.
gotta study up like Dr. Modern Art over here. I didn't do enough research to come on
It's
this
one on
podcast.
nine.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
All right, get stabbed. I have a question though. What makes art good? That's the question. I think this is the question everybody's asking. Oh, why is modern art bad?
We need
What makes
citations, and we need a
Just
fucking
shut up,
soliloquy.
Moediggity. I'm trying to make a fucking
Sorry,
point. I'm trying to help you out here.
Sorry.
God damn it! What
All right.
makes art good?
I think if I get a boner, I think that's art.
Oh, so you do like the new
no,
anime?
that's a
That
miracle.
fucking art that's you craving dopamine. Stop it.
Nobody answered my question.
When are we gonna talk about mental health? Come on, tell me about my.
That's next week, dude.
Yeah,
We
that's
should
nice.
have
Alright.
opened with that.
Tell me about my melatonin levels, guy.
Next week.
No, okay.
Get stabbed though. What does make art? I guess art. What makes it good? What makes it worthwhile?
Usually anything that drives the spirits, anything that when you look at it, you can't
That's
look
what
away.
I
or when
said.
the-
I said
blah, blah,
boner.
blah. When you look away, it's still in your head and you think about it, and it maybe even triggers you to think about something different. Usually that comes in figurative work. Mostly I get it from abstract work because that's what I like.
Well, I get that from porn all the time.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to say.
cool. That's called a fucking porn addiction. You're trying to get dopamine.
So,
Cool.
So
You're
what's the
Stabs,
chasing
difference?
what you're
dopamine.
saying, it doesn't matter the skill of the artist at all. It doesn't matter the intricacies or exactly how the work was made, as long
Okay,
as it
you're
only
you're
invokes.
Skill.
No,
with
I'm that's what I'm asking. So the invocation of emotion is the only telling aspect of art.
Do you know who
That's what you're
Marcel
saying.
Duchamp is?
Not familiar, no.
Okay, Marcel Duchamp was a guy in 1918 that basically busted the doors down on what people think is art. Why? He took a fucking stool, slapped a wheel on it and said it was art and said it was a fucking piece of sculpture. And then nobody knew what to think. And then 40 years later, Andy Warhol got attached to it. And that's why we have paint can or soup can fucking paintings and all the shit he did. And that's why the Taco Bells look like they do now. Point is like when you say that you don't like moral art or you think it's bad, you don't even know the first fucking thing. Marcel Duchamp is the first
Oh
fucking
my
thing.
fucking god! Like you just
Okay,
don't fucking
I
get
can
it.
maybe don't know
I
about
just don't
art, but you
fucking
can
get it.
I think
You
I think
know.
it's very fair
It's
for
a
you to
fucking
say.
genre.
Welcome to the art podcast. We're about
It's
to
a
talk
fucking
about this art.
genre. I'm
Cameron
talking about a
Clarke.
genre.
Yeah. What's up?
Cameron Clarke, I can't believe you got Sargon on the podcast. It's a big deal.
I told you I had a lot of big thinkers and higher minds in here.
Big
Oh yeah,
minds.
big brain, big brain.
Big minds. A lot of soy going around.
Cameron, take control of this fucking shit show. Let's go.
All right, guys, I'm the host. You gotta respect my wishes. We're gonna move on. Stop with this this petty arguing. So I mean, I understand both of your points. I see both ways. You know, I'm a moderate.
Shut up, CNN. Shut the fuck up, CNN.
I'm an artistic moderate. All right. So I have a couple more questions, and then we can probably wrap this up.
All right.
So all right, get stabbed. Since you haven't been around and you've been very vocal lately. Let me ask you, where does the soul and philosophy end when you need to like feed yourself and make money off of your art? When you start selling
this
it
should be
for
good.
commodity?
Please kick us down that answer, bro.
Basically, you got to work like it's not worth money, but then whenever it finally comes time, you can lie to people and tell them that it's worth money. And then if you're a good enough liar, you'll basically sell it in the case of abstract art. Most of the times in abstract art, it's usually only been accompanied by one rich guy. So you only really need to trick one rich guy into thinking that what you do is somehow religious. But if you're religious enough, it's true. At least that's what happens with abstract art. With figurative art, you just got to make it look cool. Ooh, does that look like something that came out of Vault 44? Oh, wow, you have a job. Oh, there's some big fucking titties. Ooh, you got a Patreon now. It's a little harder to do that with abstract.
What about furry art?
Furry art? That's the same thing. Commodity. It's all commodity.
I can actually do have a little bit of an insight into art trading and art commodities. That was a full section of my private equity investment class, and when I went to school, and I can almost guarantee you that the buying and selling of most art is money laundering.
Oh yeah, but I'd imagine.
I like that.
When you're dealing with, I won't say where, but I went to university in a pretty rich area. Like, I'm not rich, but I went to a school overseas that is considered some of the wealthiest of the wealthy, and they actually do purchase art as a different sort of, they kind of hedge their investments with just simply modern art. And yes, they buy and sell amongst other rich people, and it's only a way to transfer money, namely Russian money, across the world.
Thank you, art gallery industry. Thank you, big art gallery industry, for pushing out the actual idea and putting in your fucking business. Yeah.
I would actually agree with you, Get Stabbed. Is one thing that I think a lot of artists and a lot of people who create art, music, or whatever, any sort of form of entertainment, is that they try to go into it just to make money. I've always had the very firm belief that if you're going to be doing something like that, your job is to, like, the real job that you work every single day, that is used for you to actually do something you like to do on the side, like a hobby. You don't go into a hobby like playing music to make money. You do it because you love it, like to have fun, and then with that you will make money in the end.
Yeah, you pretty much have to treat it like a religious idea, because you ain't making no fucking money if you've got some ideas about making a real piece of work. It's chiseling away at a pillar that maybe even nobody will even pay attention to until 100 years after you're dead, and that's if your shit don't rot.
I'd like to add on to that point. If it doesn't make you come, it's dumb.
Yeah, this guy's addicted to jacking off. I like it.
Well, I mean, you could say come in like a sort of metaphorical sense. If it makes you come intellectually,
philosophically,
if I don't ejaculate, it is not art. I'm making no metaphors or anything. If I do not reach a climax while masturbating to the painting, it is not art.
Well said.
Yeah,
that could be a personal problem, though.
Yeah, that's a personal problem. You can't discern what art and porn is. Never seen art.
That's not what I said.
Yes, welcome to the Get Stabbed, I'm Better Than You edition of this podcast.
Oh my God!
Obviously, because I'm the only person defending modern art here.
Great fucking opinions.
Yeah, that's right. That's
you got everyone figured out, bro.
I mean, you seem just as angry though.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, but this guy, at least I'm not acting like
you
a
flipped the
faggot
switch
about it.
and you haven't said anything normal since then.
I get to be the only person here defending modern art in the real sense. Maybe Flaherbear too. Guess what? A whole bunch of people are real mad that I'm telling them different.
No, you're not, dude. You're not fucking. You're not like keep sticking it to the man or anything, bro. I said something about genre, how I feel specifically about a genre, not all art. Okay. And that's
modern art.
But then you from up on high have decided to tell me how much of a fucking pleb I am, and while you ascend to your godly fucking throne, you fucking just like you tell me you're wrong, and you fucking just jack off on my fucking face, and you act like a fucking faggot for about 20 fucking minutes. So why don't you just go ahead
making Cameron cry,
get the
dude.
stick up out of your ass and chill the fuck out. I don't know your chip on the I don't know what your chip on your shoulder is for, bro.
Chad.
But maybe you can just chill the fuck out, man. That's all I'm saying.
Baby Duck, I'm not going to judge you for the amount of trans porn you watch, Big Dog. I'm not going to do it. But What you gotta understand is this is big boy conversations, and you have to man the fuck up with us. Could you?
Oh yes, man up. Get on, get stabs level, bro.
Please don't cry. Don't cry about it. Man up with us.
I definitely think Mo is mad about
A
this.
little bit.
Mo's mad.
Like I don't even
Mo is
really.
mad.
I didn't care until like Get Stabbed here is just handing down fucking life lessons
Well,
to me.
you
Like,
gotta
I fucking asked
understand.
for
I
it.
think modern art's bad. I have an opinion. I don't like when my opinion is questioned. Get fucked, crying.
Yo, get fucked, please.
No,
Oh yeah, you
honestly-
got me all figured out, bro. Fuck off.
All
I
right,
said
honestly,
something,
Mo,
but
you got a
fuck
point. He was being
off.
annoying, but whatever. Let's just fucking move on.
I told you guys
All
it
right.
would be a heated discussion. You know, everybody has different opinions on what art is and what
I
is
like-
art.
I
It just gets
like
everybody
art.
riled up.
I mean, I like art, man. I like a ton of art. I just don't need to be told that. I need a fucking several term papers heavily sourced as to why I don't like something.
I love
especially
all
when a
kinds of music.
podcast, especially when a podcast is like normally like an hour and a half long. Like I don't like country music. Does that mean does that mean I hate all music or I can't have?
What
an
about Old
opinion
Town
on it?
Road, though?
Old Town Road. I'm just sick of that song. I've heard too.
But it's, I mean, the first time
I
you heard
like everything but rap and country.
I hate it when people say that.
Now,
it,
Cantillions,
they made it called crap. Get it?
Cantillions, I'm gonna need a bullet point by bullet point list and a thesis paper on why you don't rap music.
I'll procrastinate it like I procrastinate everything else, and my rough draft will be my final draft. I'll have it to your office on Monday.
Awesome, buddy.
All right, let me just speak for Get Stabbed, because I know that he
Put sticks in his mouth.
no, I just
Oh man.
I just think that his point, put into maybe slightly different words, is that people should be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to art.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
you could,
I totally 100% agree there. It's just that I'll have the open mind and I'll see something like in my open mind status or phase, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is garbage. Now I don't like it, and then I'm done.
Yeah, but then you said you didn't like all modern art. So what you're basically doing is you saw one thing that you didn't like, and then
I saw several.
Okay, so you saw several black people you didn't like and decided the whole bit was bad. Okay, is that what you're doing? I had a couple bad interactions with some
Really
black
escalating
kids in high
things.
school, and now I don't like any of
Oh
them.
my god.
Is essentially what you're saying?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and. God, Jesus Christ.
Just to use an analogy.
Yep.
Just to use an analogy.
Can we just like talk about like I don't know insects or something? I don't know.
Oh, it's the art podcast. They brought
We
me
already
into
did
this.
incest.
Okay. Well,
We gonna end the show, buddy?
Yeah, this is all right, everybody. This is the Cameron Clarke Show. Thank you for listening. This has been a very heated topic. I hope you got some things to take away from this. Made you think, made you feel some things. Cameron Clarke Show. We got a bonus episode coming out. It's great. I'd like to thank all our guests. We got fucking Adam Green. We got Cantillions. We got Chad Virginson. We got Crippled Jesus. Flaherbear. Get Stabbed. Everybody
Google.
I love having
Everybody
my
Google the Cripplecast. Everybody.
Yeah,
Google it.
Oh yeah, by the way, I guess I'll ask this since we're ending. Does anybody have anything to promote? We'll go through this. Adam Green, you got anything? Got any links?
No.
All right, no links. Thank you. Cantillions, anything to promote?
I would say soundcloud.com/Cantillions, but I think a certain host might have influenced one of my ex-co-hosts to take it down. Fuck you. Anyways, twitter.com/Cantillions.
I hate aliens.
All right. Chad Virginson, you got
Tell
anything
Dick
to-
I'm coming for him. I'm coming for Dick. Dick's next. I'm going after Dick next.
Gotta set your sights high.
You think he's an angry motherfucker? I'll show him one for you. I'll blow him in the
Oh
bitch
my
zone.
god.
Go to bed, little boy.
Oh, fuck off. Put a dick in your mouth.
Oh, cry me a fucking river.
Blah, 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 blah,
Okay,
blah,
guys,
blah,
all right,
blah.
that's
Put a
enough
dick
of
in your
that.
mouth, faggot.
No, we're trying to be friendly. We're trying to be friends here.
Go tell this
Oh, just
fucking
go
Star
put a dick
Wars
in your
girl.
mouth. That's all you gotta
Get
do.
the fuck
One
out
at
of
a
here,
time,
Star
one
Wars
at a
girl.
time.
Go
Put
play
a
a
fucking
fucking
dick in
video
your
game.
mouth, bitch. Shut your cock holster. Put a dick in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Cameron Clarke, you're
This fucking kid in the locker.
Put a dick in your
What's
mouth.
up,
Cameron
Crippled
Clarke. Cameron Clarke, buddy.
Faggot.
You run a preschool now.
I'm gonna trip you into a fucking
Blah,
big
blah,
bitch.
blah,
I'm gonna
blah.
get
Put
your
a dick
fucking
in your
shirt
mouth,
dirty.
faggot. Put
I'm
a
gonna
dick-
fucking pull your goddamn
Put a
face
dick in your
down.
mouth. Put a
Shove
dick in
your
your
fucking
mouth.
face in my armpit and walk you down.
I can't get a word in between all
Put
these
a
sick
dick in your
birds.
mouth. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Man, I'll
I
shut you
get
up.
enough of the insults. We're all friends here.
Oh, all right,
them.
all right, all
Just
right, I'm
mute
cool,
them.
I'm
I
cool.
did, and I'll unmute you guys.
All right.
End the show.
One
with
at a
all
time,
the-
everybody.
All right,
Just end the outro.
No, I
just
don't
as
have
quick.
anything to plug. No, keep fucking going.
I'm gonna punk him 2 times
Crippled
faster
Jesus,
next
what's
time.
your podcast?
Google the Cripplecast. Just Google it.
All right, Flaherbear, you got anything?
Everybody go to berniesanders.com/donate. We're gonna take the power back from the corporations. Let's get together on this. Vote in the primary.
Okay.
We're getting them in. Getting that old motherfucker in.
Vote for Bernie, everyone.
I love Larry David. I love the Jews. Go Larry David.
All right, get stabbed. Do you have anything to plug? You got any websites that we should go to see the stuff that you make? Anything?
No, you gotta be on the mailing list and I have to like
How do
you.
you get on the mailing list?
I have to like you.
How do you get in contact with you to like you for you to like them, I should say, so they can consume your art and then enjoy it?
Well, you're here.
All right, so if anybody wants to enjoy Get Stabbed's art, come on to this Discord and send them a direct message and befriend him, become his friend, and then you can see his art. All right.
Except for moediggity, he's fucked.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no, his art
It's just
sucks.
fucking-
Don't even bother.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, put a dick in your mouth, faggot. Put a dick in your mouth.
Fucking
Yeah, put a dick
nerd.
in your
Hey,
mouth.
before-
Just put a
Video
dick in
game
your
for
mouth.
8.5
Just put a dick in
hours,
your
you
mouth.
fucking giant flake. You don't
Put a
make
dick in your mouth.
$50,000 a year.
Blah blah
You
blah
don't make
blah
any
blah blah.
fucking
Put a
money.
dick in your mouth. Put a dick in your mouth.
Motherfucker, own
Put a
property.
dick in your mouth. Shut the fuck up.
You've been paying on a car for
Go
5
to
fucking years.
RestoreStephenBaldwin.com.
Get fucking out of here.
Infowars.com. RestoreStephenBaldwin.com.
Okay, all right, please.
Moediggity, full of fucking bad
Blah
content.
blah 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 blah. Shut the
Diggity,
fuck up.
what is your podcast and where can we find it?
You can go to SoundCloud and check out the MoCast.
Dobby bitch.
I
All
just
right.
want to say at the Cripplecast we got a lot sicker burns than put a dick in your mouth.
Yeah, I know. Put a dick in your mouth, and I'm just like, I'll put
Yeah, all
your
right,
face in my
okay,
armpit.
all right. That's all I gotta say to you, man. I don't have to put a whole lot of thought into
Right.
insulting
You're a
you.
fucking coward,
it's easy.
dude.
You're like fucking
You're a
low-hanging
coward.
fruit. You're low-hanging fruit. I don't have to put a lot of effort.
You're scared.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm
Blah,
so
blah,
scared.
blah.
I'm
That's
so
why
scared
you
to
can't
get
form a
stabbed.
conversation
Yeah,
with me.
No, because you have a fucking chip on your shoulder. You're treating everyone like fucking dirt. That's the problem I have with you.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
if
Go
you're
play
gonna
a
be
video
fucking-
game
So
about
if
it.
you're
Go
gonna be
jack
a
off.
fucking dick,
Go
if
play
you're
a
gonna be a
video
fucking
game or
dick
jack
about
off,
it,
dude.
I'm
That's
just
your
not
two
going to
hobbies,
fucking
right?
put forth the effort.
Why don't you go play a video game or jack
because
off?
I'll probably do both tonight.
I
So
know,
thank
because
you.
that's your
Yeah, that's
main
not a big deal.
focus.
Probably,
cool.
yeah, a little bit
Get
when
the
I'm not
fuck
doing
out of
other
here,
stuff.
weeb.
Suck
Oh my
dick.
god, someone
Fuck
put this
you.
kid's fucking head into a toilet. Please?
Yeah, man, tell me about how great your life is,
from
bro.
right here. That's how the podcast
Dude.
ends.
This podcast went off my handrail. We gotta
Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, dude.
get the fuck out.
Don't be edgy with fucking
Crippled
Grant.
Jesus,
Don't be
you're really
edgy,
funny,
Grant.
by the way.
You're a shitty little fucking
Get the fuck
podcast
out.
where you
Go
two
play
fucking
Red.
suck each other's fucking cocks and you circle jerk and you fucking tell each other, oh, I hate fucking dick. I
You're a
hate too.
bad
And you're
girl.
60 fucking 9. You're constantly 60 fucking 9 with each other and you're, just fuck you, okay? Fuck your face. I don't fucking care.
Trash, get out.
Don't mess around. Go with your boyfriend
Easy,
fucking
trash, get the fuck out.
I don't give a fuck. I don't have. What did you win, bitch? What did you win? What did you fucking win?
Easy,
You won
I just
fucking
need
nothing.
to- I
You
just
won
want to
fucking
put your
nothing.
head in
Shut
my
the fuck
fucking
up, bitch.
crotch.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Go suck a dick.